Hello, everyone. Please accept my sincere thank you to all the partners, vendors, friends who attend our second Yealink and Zoom joint event today. It is our honor and privilege to include all of you to share the latest product offerings, solutions, and programs in the field of Zoom. So today we are having so many exciting stuff going on, same as last time, because we have seen many partners engaging last time. What surprises me today is we are having way more participants than last time. So we'll make sure that today you're also enjoying this session with us today. So my name is Tyler and I'm the channel manager with Yealink. Today I also have fans with me, our channel manager, together to host this session as well.
Hi everyone, this is Fans, channel manager from Yealink, and today except us, we also have Kate and Molly, our marketing specialist, and Chi, our sales engineer, standing by in the demo rooms to prepare and present some great features of our products to you. Hope you will digest some great knowledge about our latest offerings and witness what we have developed together with Zoom.
Thank you, Fans. So in today's sessions, we are also honored to invite Graham Giddies, head of Zoom Phone and Zoom Rooms, sales and go-to-market, and John Stearns, Zoom Rooms enterprise sales, to share their thoughts about the Zoom ecosystem and how companies like Yealink can, together build up this journey. So before we jump on into today's sessions, let's welcome Graham with the welcoming speech with all our friends. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Graham Geddes. I'm the head of Zoom Phone and Zoom Rooms, sales and go-to-market at Zoom. And I'm excited to be here today to talk about how both Zoom and Yealink have partnered over the past few years to bring you a holistic solution that powers reliable collaboration for both voice and video. Yealink has been one of Zoom's earliest hardware partners, delivering solutions that integrate with our conference room solutions, Zoom Phone, and now delivering appliances for both Zoom Rooms and Zoom Phone. The appliances are an important part to Zoom because it really gives our customers one of the easiest ways to manage and deploy collaboration solutions at scale within the Zoom ecosystem. We're really excited we can now bring this functionality to video phones in the personal workspace with Zoom Phone appliances and the Yealink VP59. Lots of customers around the world are using Yealink hardware to enable their simple, reliable, and efficient communications experiences with Zoom. Yealink has a strong portfolio of certified devices for both Zoom Rooms and Zoom Phone, with a focus on value and reliability. From desk phones and conference phones to PC-based room systems and appliances, Yealink has a complete range of certified devices, giving your customers a complete solution that is easy to deploy for Zoom. Now, in the future, we're looking forward to continued joint development for simple, high quality, and fully integrated Zoom experiences to power collaboration across all types of workspaces. This will be really important for companies who are preparing their hybrid workforces of the future. I'd like to give a big thank you to Yealink for giving us the opportunity to be part of this event, and hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Graham, for such a warm speech. And we value and appreciate a lot in our relationship with Zoom. And we all wish to prosper in this rich and unmatched field. So let's get this started. So in today's agenda, we will firstly have a brief intro about our company and what we have been able to offer in the UCC industry. Then moving forward, we will have John Stearns, Zoom Rooms enterprise sales, to deliver a speech about the Zoom ecosystem and how Yealink and Zoom can together respond to the current hybrid mode. Next, we will also have an overview on our Zoom audio and video portfolio, specifically the value of choosing Yealink as a Zoom Room hardware provider and how we are able to stand out from the market. And as said, I have my colleagues standing by in the live demo room to demonstrate some bleeding technologies. So could I please ask everyone to participate in these sessions, because every single minute in this live stream is deserved. And last but not least, we have also prepared a lot of lucky draw sections, and that will include a lot of prizes, as you can spot on the table here. So we will also announce some very exclusive sales program that will benefit all partners who attend today. So make sure you stay until the end of this live stream. And also feel free to leave messages in the chat box down below, and we'll have our sales engineers behind the screen to answer any questions you have. So without further ado, let's get started. To potential partners who are not really familiar with Yealink, we'd like to actually introduce ourselves briefly to you. Yealink has been a UCC solution provider for decades with many years experience on IP phone, video conferencing devices, business headsets, and personal USB devices, and more. Our channel partners are the keys to our success. So without your support, without everyone here today, it'll be impossible for us to achieve today's milestone, and we'd like to keep that relationship going. Briefly speaking about some of our achievements, we have now become the top 1 provider in legacy SIP, and now become the earliest group and the only provider who is capable of providing full range of Zoom solutions, just as quoted from audit CPO of Zoom. Speaking of some of our Zoom phone business achievement, we have also acquired half of the market share and have seen a healthy growing figures in the past, and expect that to be the same in the future as well. In regards to video conferencing, we have also achieved triple the growth for 3 consecutive years, which I think is so amazing. We wish more and more partners to join us to embark on this journey and to achieve an even crazier growth. So here I'd like to introduce and highlight our device portfolio so that it gives everyone a general understanding about our product portfolio. So briefly speaking, we have 3 strategic product lines, including that's IP phone, video conferencing solutions with Zoom Room systems and Zoom Room appliance. And obviously, as you can see, personal devices such as USB cameras, speakers, headsets, and accessories. As you can see today, I have so many devices shown on pictures as well sitting on the tables here today. So if any product is out of interest, make sure you leave a message in the chat box and we can always discuss and interact throughout the whole sections. And I'm now having my colleagues sending these pictures in the chat box for a reference as well. So in the past few years, we have seen so many players and partners participating into the video conferencing market, specifically around Zoom ecosystem. We're proud to be the only provider capable of covering almost full range of usage scenario, from the huddle room spaces up to extra large meeting spaces, a true one-stop solution provider. Our room systems under Android, as we call them, Zoom appliance, such as A20 or A30 meeting bars, are perfect for small to medium environments. Simply plug and play and highly integrated. Our Zoom Room systems operates on Windows as what we call the ZVC series, produces the best meeting quality and extremely popular when it comes to medium to extra large room scenarios. And we also provide flexible options such as our USB meeting kit, a BYOD meeting kit, for partners who have like a solid demand to access multiple platforms such as Teams, Cisco WebEx, BlueJeans, and so on. And most of these solutions are Zoom certified. And you could obviously see that Yealink has covered various product lines and have provided the holistic and flexible solutions for our customers. So you may also wonder, what is the benefits of purchasing various product lines through one single vendor? And here I'd like to provide an example. So here's just a very simple example of what we call the Yealink one-stop service. Say if you have a project on hand that will require, huddle room spaces up to extra large meeting room spaces solutions. At the same time, your client is also looking for some business IP phones, headsets, speakers. It just makes so perfect sense to just procure everything from one single vendor. And in this case, it would be Yealink, because that will just save you a lot of cost, procurement cost, when compared to, you have to source everything from multiple manufacturers. And the benefits of adopting what we call a one-stop solution could ease your process of deployment. Despite the fact that, let's say, headsets, phones, video conferencing devices are different phones with different prototypes. They don't look the same, but Yealink has a shared management platform where you could easily manage each device with the same methodologies. And on the other hand, it would just help reduce learning costs for your customers and employees. Regarding after-sales services, you could also just knock on our door to look for seamless and consistent services as well. And I just gotta have to say, our success is also through deep cooperation and coordination with various leading partners in the world. And obviously, Zoom is one of our most important partners to work with. To democratize our product offerings, we have in-depth relationship with Zoom to shape the Zoom ecosystem that nowadays leads us to provide the most holistic user experience in the UCC industry. So now I'm introducing John Stearns to share his thoughts on the current marketplace and how companies like Yealink and Zoom would address all these new normal. Over to you, John.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this next session here. Thank you to the Yealink team for having me here, and thank you to the Yealink channel partner community for participating in this session. For the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to be really digging into how Yealink and Zoom are uniquely positioned together to address the changing needs of our customers as they return to the office or continue to proceed with a work from home strategy, or where most customers are landing up, what will be a hybrid workforce, right? My name is John Stearns, and I focus on Zoom Room sales here for our enterprise segment. And I work a lot with customers on opportunities with Yealink to really position Zoom as a platform and the complementary Yealink products to help our customers with this next phase of work. What we wanted to do was take about 10 minutes or so and really go through the talk track of what Zoom has been up to help customers with this next phase. Now, I spend all day, every day talking to customers about what the next phase or return to office looks like for them. And it's all over the map, right? The two common themes that I do hear from customers is that it is going to be some form of hybrid for most customers. And the second one is their plans are going to remain fluid, right? Some customers have already started to send employees back. Some are gearing up in the coming months for the first phase of employees to go back. And everyone is really planning to remain fluid to see what's working, what's not working, and ready to adapt and change according to the needs of their employees as they actually proceed forward, right? The reality is most employees have some concerns about returning to the office for obvious reasons, right? Those top concerns are, the amount of people that are going to be in the office simultaneously, the health and safety of themselves and their peers, right? The air quality, things that obviously pre-pandemic was never top of mind, right? Now, what we've been up to is actually helping to address some of those concerns and help customers safely transition back to the office and more long-term position themselves in the right model to help with a hybrid workforce, right? So basically, there's three different personas of where customers land. Some are going to be fully back in the office. Some will be fully remote, right? And a good majority of them are going to land up in that hybrid model. It may change between enterprise customers or different segments and businesses and industries, but most will land in that hybrid model. So what does a full return to the office look like, and how has the office changed, and what has Zoom been up to in conjunction with partners like Yealink to really help with this? We've been up to a lot. I won't have time to cover everything, but what I will talk through is really the high level things that are resonating with customers right now, right? The nice thing here about our partnership with Yealink is that across the entire Zoom platform and everything that we're doing with Zoom meetings, Zoom phone, Zoom webinars, the newer parts of the platform like Zoom apps that we're launching in a couple of weeks, the Zoom events platform for large scale hybrid meetings and conferences and things like that. Yealink complements all of this, right? From headsets to phones and appliances and Zoom rooms and everything in between. This is a really unique partnership where we are very well positioned to go to market together to address the needs with our customers. Let's talk about some of the innovations, right? Voice commands, right? We're working on so many different touchless experiences for employees to walk into conference rooms and collaboration spaces without the need to touch anything and collaborate with what they need. And part of that is supporting voice commands, right? A lot of people are doing this at home already with Alexa and whatnot. So they expect this back at the workplace. So the ability to walk into a Zoom room and say, hey, Zoom, start my meeting, that's expected, right? And that's a unique part of the portfolio and something that is available with Yealink Zoom rooms. Companion mode, right? So this is, the ability for employees and users to walk into a conference room that has a Zoom room and automatically pair with that device and actually control the in-meeting experience from their own personal device. Everything they can do on a Zoom room controller, they can do on their mobile phone, laptop. That's incredibly important as people want to empower themselves to control this experience. Again, just like at home, they're using their smartphones to really control all different types of things at their homes. They expect that back in the office. In-room people counting. So part of the experience here now and built into the Zoom Room appliances with Yealink is the ability to do real-time people counting and take inventory on the occupancy of conference rooms, right? You can take that info and publish it on room scheduling displays in real time, so you can actually enforce things like social distancing. But also that data is fed back to the Zoom dashboard. So over time, our customers can actually look at the data and see how many people are in our conference room simultaneously. Are we building the right size spaces? Are we putting the right technology in here? This will help them make informed decisions about the future workplace. Smart Gallery, one of the most exciting things that we're doing here at Zoom, and especially on the room side, is how we are democratizing the meeting experience, right? As most meetings will be hybrid into the future, people have grown accustomed to seeing the gallery view where they can see everyone's face equally, regardless of who's speaking, right? They expect that experience to continue. And as people go back to the physical conference room, what we built here is the ability to frame out individual faces inside of the physical conference rooms and take those individual faces and put them back into the Zoom gallery view. So the end result is a democratized meeting experience where everyone is shown and represented equally, regardless of where they happen to be working or what type of device or experience they joined from. What does the fully remote workplace look like, right? There are still some customers that are not ready to transition back, or they've made some permanent decisions about sticking with remote work. In fact, most customers will have some form of permanent flexible work strategy as a result of this. That might be splitting their time between home and in the office, or continuing to fully work remotely. And at the beginning of the pandemic, it was a scramble to give the different capabilities to keep people connected for meetings and phone and all these different capabilities. Now, customers are taking inventory as they look toward the long haul for the future of remote work, right? So the ability to incorporate more and more collaborative, inclusive experiences across the portfolio is important to them. So the ability to whiteboard in real time with their colleagues from their own devices, with people that have Zoom rooms, and work on those synchronously and asynchronously. That's a big part of what we're doing. We're launching Zoom apps, the ability to take all types of applications and pull that right into the Zoom meeting experience, whether it's CRM tools or third-party visual collaboration solutions like Miro and Mural, Jira, all types of different applications that can be brought right into the Zoom meeting experience to keep people more productive. Innovations on the audio side with noise suppression, so we don't hear lawnmowers and family members and dogs barking and things like that. All this stuff is really important, right? As we start to look at specific solutions we've worked on with Yealink to address the future of work, a big part of that is the phone appliances we just announced in conjunction with Yealink. They've built specific phone appliances that work. They're optimized for Zoom Phone, and this enables customers to deploy Zoom Phone with a native Zoom Phone experience. You'll notice these even have cameras built into them. So this is incredibly important for customers as they plan out what are the needs of their individual workers. Now, most of the world is familiar with Zoom after the last 16 months, right? It was the app of the year, in iOS and the Apple Store. It's been all over the news. We've won all sorts of awards. So that continues to be super important, an essential part of the way that our customers' users are collaborating, right? Zoom for Home. The other thing to note is that these Zoom Room appliances can be set up for individuals in their home offices in more of a personal Zoom Room setup where their personal calendar is incorporated with their system. So there's different ways to address shared spaces as well as personal offices and smaller form factor home office setups, right? What does the hybrid workplace look like, right? A mixture of the things that I just talked about. Again, incorporating the full Zoom platform across meetings and Zoom Phone and webinars and events and Zoom apps and Zoom rooms, right? This is really important to bridge the gap between people working from home and people back in the office. And again, very uniquely positioned with Yealink to complement all of this. If you want to download the slides that I ran through here, so you can present these to your own customers. You can go to the website listed here. We will also drop that site into the chat as part of the today's session. And certainly hope that you already know this, but we have a partner portal that we'd love for you to visit, so you can see all different types of resources around the next phase of work and the future of hybrid work and the return to office and everything we're doing around safe return, different marketing tools and live trainings and webinars, all different types of resources. So please make sure that you visit this portal, mypartnerportal.zoom.us. And really appreciate everyone taking the time today. Register those deals. Please reach out to your counterparts if you need to get more information or you need to partner with the Zoom team on your customer opportunities. I thank you for taking the time today, and really appreciate the folks from Yealink having me, and have a great rest of your event. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, John, for sharing the portfolios and roadmaps of Zoom from both hardware and software aspects, and how companies like Zoom and Yealink could together address the evolving market demands, especially for clients, who still prefer to stay in the office, adopt fully remote, or as a majority nowadays get used to what we call the hybrid mode. And as just what John claimed, Yealink is one of the providers that is capable of providing relevant solutions under the Zoom ecosystem through various product lines. This just again reinforces the fact of being a one-stop solution provider. Our mentality is not to change the way how you behave, but to suit your changing needs and provide seamless experience across different product lines. So just to extend on John's topic regarding deal registration, if you'd like to involve in any Yealink Zoom certified device deals, you could also access our Yealink deal registration portal to register any opportunities that you think Yealink solution could be a good fit here. Now I'm having fans, these gentlemen here to deliver some great messages of competitive edge of our products, specifically starting with our Android meeting bar, A20 and A30. Over to you, fans.
Okay, thanks, Taylor, and thanks for the introductions. And like Taylor mentioned before, Yealink have a full portfolio for Zooms. And in this part, I will introduce some specific product and unique features Yealink can provide to the market and customer. So first, let's have a look at what benefits we can offer with Yealink meeting bar A20 and A30. This two device is designed for small to medium-sized rooms. According to our survey, these kind of rooms account for the largest part in today's market. Yealink small to medium-sized rooms solutions are very easy to start even for the new users. Also, we can provide immersive meeting experiences during the meeting. Besides, Yealink solution also have future-proof features which can save the hardware cost and provide a consistent user experience. Okay, let's take some details. Deployment and installation is always the first step after receiving the devices. We know that some audio and visual company may be not able to provide on-site deployment services. To help this kind of customer start their hardware business easily, Yealink Zoom Rooms device designed an extremely easy deployment solution. With these solutions, anyone could be the IT engineer and complete the deployment by themselves. As you can see from the slide, with Yealink meeting bar, there are no cables between TV and table. This design will not only make the rooms clean and tidy, but also save the deployment time and cost. Okay, except easy to deploy, it is also important to deliver an easy to use and easy to start solutions. For A20 and A30, it comes with the human presence sensors. So when we enter the rooms, the touch console and TV will wake up automatically. Another unique feature is the electric lens cap. It will turn on or turn off the camera once the meeting is started or finished. We know that nowadays more and more people care about their privacy. An electric lens cap can absolutely put them at ease. In nowadays video conference, dual screens is also pretty important. Just like now, we also need one screen provide our attendees image and another one used for content sharing. A20 and A30 both can support dual screen, which can deliver a good meeting experience. Okay, after we set up the devices and start the meeting, so let's see what benefit Yealink can provide in the meeting. We think it is important that camera can focus on people and active speakers. We have enabled great AI features on both Yealink meeting bar. They can both support auto framings and speaker tracking. Compared with the general camera, due to the physical PTZ designs, as you can see from the slide, Yealink A30 can provide a better image quality. Content sharing is also a basic requirement in today's video meeting. For traditional meetings, users need to search for HDMI or USB Type-C cables for sharing. Well, Yealink cables, Yealink video conference devices not only just can support sharing in this ways, but also support wireless content sharing. And this is a unique features in the market. And I'd like to say this feature is really useful. We just need to connect the wireless sharing dongle here, plug into your personal computers and click the button on it. And we can start the sharing. No limitation for distance, no cables, share anywhere you want. Nowadays, many customers might use Zoom as the primary platforms, but sometimes they will get external invite who is not using Zooms. At these times, they will be wondering if I could use the systems I have to join the other meeting platforms like Webex or Teams. The answer is yes. Yealink had considered about that. You need to use the VSH51 here, the small black box to connect the meeting bar with laptop. Then switch it from Zoom mode to device mode on your touch console. Then you can use the camera, microphone, speakers on the device for any meetings to run on your personal computer and enjoy a better meeting experience. Okay, as we know, Zoom keeps releasing new features on Zoom systems. It is important that the devices comes with powerful enough chipset for future features. A20 and A30s come with Qualcomm 845 chipset with high performance and low consumption cost. And we know that most of other vendor solutions are using 835 chipset, which only support Android 8.1. So compare with the competitors, except the faster running speed and the higher video quality, Yealink Meeting Bar also can support Android 11 and the new features released by Zoom in the future, such as multi-screen, picture-in-pictures, and more. That means customers don't need to purchase new devices for your conference rooms just in order to get the new features.
Well, actually, I wanted to add a point here, like to emphasize the difference between Snapdragon A35 and A45. So a lot of vendors options nowadays that are using the Snapdragon A35, and the latest version that they can go with is Android 8.1. That means for future technology like picture-in-pictures and these kind of new technology released by Zoom, there's only a place for A45, but not really for Snapdragon A35. So that's where our A30 or A20 meeting bar stand out again. Sorry to interrupt, but
okay, yeah, thanks, Taylor. It's a good example. And I think after so much introductions, I believe you are very excited to the live demo sessions. The demo environment is ready now. So next, let me hand over it to my colleagues Molly and Chi to give you a demo of A20 and A30.
Hi, thank you for being here. This is Chi. I'm the solution architect from Yealink, and here's Molly.
Hi everyone, I'm Molly from Yealink marketing team. So today we will be more than happy to introduce our Yealink Zoom Room solution for Android, or we call it Zoom Room Appliances. So right now we have two devices in the room today. Here is the A30, which is already installed with two displays here. And we also have the A20 on my hand. So firstly, I would like to use A20 as an example to give us a brief introduction of the Zoom Room appliances. So as you can see, the A20 is all-in-one design. It's built with the microphone and the speaker. And besides that, its camera is also equipped with AI technology and with 20 million pictures. And besides that, it's also very easy to deploy and to use. For this part, could you give us a brief introduction? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So as Molly mentioned, we're using an A20 as an example. I would like to share more information about how we can get the device set up. Let's first take a look at the interfaces of the device. As you can see, we have a DC port here to supply the power. We have two HDMI ports to support the dual display, as you can see. And we have an Internet port here for the network. Although A20, A30 support the Wi-Fi feature, we will still recommend the customer to use the wired network in consideration of a more stable network while the device is in use. And we have a VCH port for the wired content sharing. We can also connect it to a BYOD extender. Also, if the customer is looking for the external mic solutions, this is where to connect the external mic. And also we have a USB port on the side of the A20. We have two USB ports on A30, and by using this, we can connect a extra mouse, keyboard, or we can connect the A20 with a touchable display if the display support the touch functionality. And also we can use it to pair with the wireless presentation part WPP20. This is Yealink unique wireless content sharing solution.
So next part, let's have a look at the controller of the A20 and A30, the touch panel CTP18. It's based on Android system, and with it, it can basically achieve everything you need for the Zoom meeting, like the devices setting, the camera control, and the meeting control, and so on.
Yeah, as Molly mentioned, the CTP18 pretty much provide everything you need for Zoom meetings. We can check the meeting list. We can do one press to join a meeting. In the meeting, we can do the meeting control, like invite people or the volume control, and we can use the pad to control the camera. And it is pretty easy to set up as well. Only one PoE cable will be needed, and you don't need to worry about if you don't have a PoE switch at home. Because Yealink provide one PoE adapter in the standard package. Speaking to this, we're also providing a wall mount in the package. For example, if you prefer to mount the pad on wall, just set up like this. And you can mount the CTP18 on wall, and the angle can be adjusted. And if you prefer to put the touch panel on table, just take this off, put the pad on the table. And also the CTP18 supports the ultrasonic sharing feature, which let's say if you have a Zoom client installed on the laptop, you can do the wireless content sharing easily by one click the presentation button on your Zoom client.
So how does CTP18 actually works? Here we have the A30 with two displays here. And just like she's doing right now, just with a single click on the touch panel, then we can join the scheduled meeting. And you may also notice that the privacy shutter here will be also opened when the camera is used, and the camera will find people in the meeting room and give them the best frame. And if you do not want to use the camera anymore, you can also turn it off through the touch panel here, and the privacy shutter will be also closed to tell you that it's not watching you. And besides that, the A30 and the touch panel can also support the PTZ function, which allows you to use the touch panel to control the camera to like turn left, turn right very easily. And besides that, we can also talk about the AI feature of the camera. Like you can see, we have two cameras here. This one is the fixed camera, which is used for shooting the entire meeting room. And this one can support the electronic and the optical PTZ function. Besides that, it also supports the auto framing. So speaking of the auto framing, could you please enable this function for us? And yes, like you can see that it will automatically find the people in the meeting room again and give them the best frame. And besides that, we are also working on the speaker checking function, which will be released soon. And the next part, we can talk about one of my favorite function of Yealink solution, the wireless content sharing with the WPP20 pod. So as you can see, when you first join this meeting, it will show the content from the camera here. The two display will also show the content. But if you want to show the content from a laptop, just simply plug the dongle here and click the button here. And you can wait for a second. Then this display will show the content from your laptop to the display. And then you can notice that there are two displays, one for the camera and one from your laptop.
And I think that's pretty much about the A20, A30 demo today. Thank you again for being here.
So bye, thank you, bye.
Thanks, Molly and Chi. Except the solution for small to medium-sized rooms, Yealink also have a solution for large and extra large rooms. Social distancing have never been so important until pandemic, and we believe this would still be encouraged for significant time frames. That being said, demand from the large room spaces are more demanding. Our window-based video conference solution could play a role here. We provide features such as wireless microphone, wireless content sharing, speaker tracking, and auto framing to create a meeting environment just as if you are in a face-to-face setting. So next, let's see what Yealink can provide for these scenarios. Yealink continued the easy deployment design in Windows-based solution. There are only one cable between TV and table. Well, as you can see from the right of the slide, other Windows solution need at least 5 cables and extra power adapters. That will not only make the space matters, but also increase the deployment time and cost. Choose a proper voice solution in large spaces is not that easy, but very important. To meet different customers' demand, Yealink offers you an easy to customize solution. We have several different audio options for different scenarios. For example, for the standard conference rooms, which have a conference table, the wired mic VCM34 will be a good choice for voice pickup. Well, if you have a bigger rooms, you may need the wireless mic CPW90 to extend the voice pickup range. For some extra large rooms, such as the training rooms or classrooms, the ceiling mic VCM38, which can install on the ceiling, will be an excellent option. So in a word, no matter what kind of conference rooms you have, Yealink also always have a voice solution here. So let's say an example. Like I mentioned before, some extra large rooms also need video conference solutions. For these scenarios, we can even support multiply camera solution with up to 9 cameras at the same times. User can set up 1 camera for lecture, 1 camera for whiteboard, and some others for audience. I want to highlight that this is a unique feature in the market. As far as we know, Yealink is the only vendor can provide a standard solution for extra large Zoom rooms. So we'll meet a customer who needs a solution for their classrooms, training rooms, or auditoriums. Please, just connect us. And remember, we are the only vendor can provide a one-stop solution. Okay. Beyond the features we mentioned above, we know that nowadays people are looking to embrace a more and more intelligent meeting experience. Zooms and Yealinks are also seeking to moving forward to high-level intelligence. So what is the plan of Yealink for this part? Except some AI features such as human presence sensors, auto-framing speak trackings, to create smarter meeting experience, we also have some great products on the roadmap, including the Roomcast for internal wireless sharing, Room Panel for meeting scheduling. And except this, every year, Yealink puts lots of time and resource in developing more intelligence meeting conference. We work with Zooms closely and trying to find what still can be improved in today's video conference. We also value the suggestions provided by our partner. So if you have any suggestion, please feel free to contact us. Yealink will evaluate the pain point you met, and maybe one day you'll find the problems and the pain point you met have been solved by Yealink and Zooms. Okay, except the meeting room space, video phones is also required for boss office and executive office. So next part, I will talk about Yealink video phone VP59. For executives, they prefer to have a meeting at their own office for convenience and security. And I'd like to mention Eric Yuan, CEO of the Zooms, is a fan of this model. The only Zoom phone in his office is a VP59. And maybe, this is the model here. And maybe this is one of the reasons why Zoom growing so fast in the years. VP59, which is a newly certified Zoom video phones, and it's the only DeX phones can support both Zoom voice and video meeting. VP59 can support extended display via HDMI. And now let me hand it to my colleague Kate to give you a demo about this great new product, VP59. Okay, Kate, it's your time now.
Hi there, this is Kate from Yealink marketing team, and I would like to show you the Yealink VP59 smart video phone, which is an ideal model for video collaboration. And as you can see, it has an 8-inch touchscreen and a HD removable camera. And both of them are adjustable. And of course, they can bring you the best user experience when having a meeting via the desk phone. So let's see how it works during a meeting. Now I'm already on a call with my colleague David. Hi, David.
Hi, Kate.
And I just need to click the Meet button on a virtual dial key to seamlessly elevate the phone call to the Zoom meeting. And next, I would like to check the slide made by David. Hi, David. Could you please share us the slide? Thanks. And to see the content clearer, I can extend the shared content to an extra display via the HDMI cable. And now I can go through the slide and annotate it. Also, I can enable the remote control. And add content on the slides. So next, I would like to show you the whiteboard function. So David, could you please enable the whiteboard? And now we have the whiteboard. and I can draw a diagram or make a mark on it. And we can also see the content shared by David. So Yealink VP59 brings us the native full-featured Zoom user experience, and it's very easy to use. And with a large screen and the HDMI output, it makes remote collaboration easier than ever. So I hope you enjoyed this demo session, and let's hand this over back to my colleagues. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right. Thank you, Kate, for sharing the flagship VP59 video best phone there. I just think that this phone is so great. You just can't imagine that you can use the VP59 to call someone, use the whiteboard functions there. So now I'm going to share with you our latest and biggest sales program for our North American partners. So before that, I would like to firstly explain why so many partners love to do business with us. So Yealink success just can't be possible without contributions of all our partners and you guys being here today. And that was also because we have a holistic professional services from pre-sale to after sales. From there, it just allows us to ensure significant margins for our partners. So in general, selling our products could leave you 30% plus margin without already competitive pricing strategy. What's more, hidden costs has always been the reason why so many partners are excited. So just the same as what Chi presented when he was trying to demonstrate the A20 and A30 meeting bar, there was like warm out there. We think that these kind of stuff it makes sense to be free because you paid $2,000 for a meeting bar, and it doesn't make sense to charge you another $200 for accessories like that. But the market is a lot of vendors in the market now that still charge you extra cost to get these kind of accessories. And the reason to achieve and maintain this is through Yealink strict control on pricing that keeps the game fair for everyone. I'm sure that sometimes there's a customer, whoever, approaching you and request a low price simply because they see a lower price elsewhere, either from Amazon or anywhere. And then you have no choice, right? You have no choice but to price match that. This would end up cutting your own margin to secure that deal, but would actually harm the long-term relationship between you and the manufacturer. However, this is going to be hardly ever happen when you deal with Yealink. We believe that creating a fair environment is the reason why we could succeed so far and why many partners love to deal with us. So based on these guaranteed margins and saves of hidden costs, I'm just so excited to share with you our latest and biggest sales program. I'm very excited to announce the Yealink 3% full line incentive program for our channel partners that leaves you even more margins with us, which is what we call the Yealink full line incentive program. So if you qualify for this program, we will leave you an extra 3% on top of what we have provided regularly. That is to say, for every Zoom video solution kits you purchase with us, we will secure this extra 3% for you. And there are just only 2 steps to be qualified for this program. The first step is to add our product portfolios within your channel, so increase the exposure rate and your customers would know more about Yealink. The last step is either you could apply a video conferencing demo at 50% of MSRP or register a project through our ORS system and enjoy a free trial of the device you would like to test. Just simple as that. So here's an example that explains how to get involved. Say, for example, if you are ready to sell Yealink's products and add our products within your channels, at the same time, if you have a customer say, hey, I want 20 units of A20 meeting bars, 30 units of A20 usually worth for $60,000. You could simply apply that through our ORS system as mentioned before to enjoy discount. With a quantity of 30 units, we usually award you 6% discount when you register through ORS. And plus the further guaranteed 3% discount once you're qualified with the full line incentive program. That just make up a total of 9% extra discount for this $60,000 deal. As explained earlier, we normally leave you 30% margins. With this extra 9%, it just helps you a lot when you deal with customers that are extremely price sensitive. So if you haven't have an ORS account, make sure you register it now with the link my team is sharing in the chat box. And if you don't have a project on hand, which doesn't make sense, it just doesn't matter. You could contact us to apply a 50% of NFR demo to get a hands-on on our products. So now it has come to almost the end of today's live stream, and we're just going to have our last Q&A sections. Before that, make sure you screenshot these slides with the email address zoominfo@yealink.com. So if you have any Zoom inquiries, if you are ready to sell Yealink certified Zoom devices, make sure you hit this email whenever you want. And now, if you have any questions regarding anything, please leave a message in the chat box and we can just share the answers accordingly. And we'll also pick up some random questions there to see, share with you guys that might just benefit everyone here. So I'm just seeing so many answers here and there, and I just like these questions from John actually. So he said, if I don't have a project but I wanted to free trial our stuff, how can I do it? So it's simple as that. Just like I mentioned in the 3% incentive program there, click on the link and please click on the devices that you're interested in, and we will have a dedicated sales reps to contact you within the next 3 business days to let you know how the demo program is going, how do you free trial stuff and stuff like that. So if you wanted to free trial, if you wanted to purchase the 50% of MSRP devices, and even if you wanted to participating in this 3% program, make sure you click on the link and just click on those answers there and we'll contact you shortly.
Okay, on the what, Tyler, I found another typical question here. And Louis asking, we are using Zoom most of the times. However, what should we do if we are calling a Teams customer? And I think these questions have been asked in last time. So,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, fans. I think I saw these questions exactly the last time when we have the Q&A section, when there's a customer was looking for, say, hey, I'm using Teams. Sometimes I'm using Teams. Sometimes I'm using Blue Jeans and stuff like that. And how do when you have a Zoom devices, how do you just get into other platforms, meetings and stuff like that? And again, I just can't say enough to introduce these ones here. VCH51. So this one here come with the HDMI port and USB-C port. So if you have a USB-C device, you can connect that, and then with this little box here, it will just activate devices like A20 and A30 meeting bars with BYOD functions there. So make sure if you wanted to access other platforms when you're using the native Zoom devices, these should be added for sure. So I'm just seeing so many answers here and there. I don't think that I can answer all of them just by today, but we will have sales engineer and the back end there trying to answer as many questions as possible. But if we can't just cover everything here, we will respond that through an email. So this is just about the end of today's live stream, and let's see who will be the winners for those of you who fill up the 3% survey. And thank you guys for attending today's live stream, and I hope to see you until next time. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.